everybody, it's your buddy Admiral Teague. Taylor Sheridan's Landman, starring Billy Bob Thornton, has returned for Season 2 with a debut episode that truly delivers, featuring strong performances and checking in with almost all characters. Key reminders are there, and you're very quickly up to speed on where we stand as the new season starts. The debut episode's biggest highlight is early on. Here's how it happens. With John Hamm's Monty having gone to that big oil field in the sky, we see his widow, Cammy, played by Demi Moore, doing all she can to summon some kind of inner strength in preparation for a FaceTime with the MTEX investors. There's a flex that gets them all in line quick and banishes any idea she's going to be anything but a hands-on owner. It's a powerful scene that's pure Taylor Sheridan. It's quite possibly the best acting I've seen in Demi Moore's career. When she's on screen, she's a powerful presence, showing range, playing a character that's unlike most of her other roles. This is a widow taking control scene as strong and profane as the one we see over the control of Pepsi in the classic movie Mommy Dearest. By the time she's done, Cammy has so stunned her audience they basically need to be scraped off the ceiling. It's a strong sequence that sets up Season 2's MTEX corporate dynamic by showing Cammy as firmly in charge. While she's ready to trust Monty's final moves and leave Tommy as president, she sees a place for herself day to day, making deals and watching every drop of oil just as closely as Monty had, and being even more territorial. Cooper, Tommy's son, is still with Ariana. Their luck has dramatically improved between seasons. Now, with some mineral rights of his own, Cooper is trying to handle the rush that comes with his near immediate success and the profits that he seems to have realized. Tommy's daughter Ainsley's back, and she's still the same beautiful weirdo we came to know in Season 1. Drop dead gorgeous, but completely and purposefully vacuous. If Ainsley has average intelligence, we haven't seen it yet. After showing she was completely self-centered and self-validating her way all through Season 1, she starts Season 2 showing the depths of her ignorance at her entrance interview to TCU. The only thing required of Ainsley is to drop by the guidance counselor's office, say hello, and accept her spot in the incoming freshman class. However, while she's there, she becomes nervous and makes a classic mistake, speaking 100% of her mind. With absolutely no prefacing whatsoever, she goes more than just a little bit too far with answering the question, "So, what makes you want to go here?" Instead of just saying she wants a prestigious degree or loves their beautiful campus, Ainsley goes on a wild and hilarious rant that would have played very well in mid-20th century Germany. She shocks and disgusts the guidance counselor and all of us with her strongly held and spot-on fact-free embrace of what amounts to social Darwinism, a 19th century concept. It's a hilarious and organic moment of exposition showing us an ugly side to a beautiful woman. Michelle Randolph hits it out of the park and gets into TCU anyway because Ainsley has a cheerleading recommendation that sealed the deal before the interview. So her thoughtless rant on eugenics was needless. Seems like she picked this up from Angela and then just spaced out watching the History Channel. TCU now has one of the dumbest and most naturally evil cheerleaders this side of a 90s Natasha Lyonne movie. Go Horned Toads. Ainsley is a frighteningly ignorant person with the potential for some real evil. Tommy's insane former ex-wife, there's a term for you, right? Angela, demands a home befitting the wife of an oil company president. This works great for Tommy, though, as it gets her out of the rent house most of the time, but she's immediately spending money they don't have, and he's thinking about going back to whiskey again. She gets a house near the TCU campus so she can live near her baby. With Angela being more of a worst influence than a best friend to her daughter Ainsley, it's a safe bet no one's graduating from anywhere. Ainsley's only there to Darwinistically size guys up to be financially liable ex-husband number one anyway. All the female cast turn in strong performances, but Angela easily takes the prize for worst meltdown. In a stark contrast to the well-controlled and calculating sociopath that Demi Moore projected when she stunned the MTech's investors, Angela tips a plate-smashing, food-throwing tantrum that clears the living room at Tommy's MTech's Midland rent house. Tommy shows he's a veteran of these meltdowns. He knows exactly how to handle the outburst, dropping to the floor and sheltering behind a chair while Cooper bolts out the front door. Then, with a simple and shallow dropping of a compliment, he changes the situation in a way that returns Angela to her baseline. Simmering, entitled rage. We also meet Sam Elliott's Thomas. Angry and in an adult care facility, he shocks us with a powerful and tragic entrance into our tale. He's told of the passing of Dorothy, later revealed to be Tommy's mother. We never see her. Thomas is told there was a call from the memory care home and seems to know what's coming right away. When the news hits, it's still painful, with Thomas rejecting the comforting words about how one day he'd see her again, saying that would mean he was in hell too. Whether he's speaking of how she lived or how she died is hard to say. My guess is, though, it's probably both. Sam's been a great actor for a long time, and though older, he's lost none of his potency. Pre-season, we've heard Thomas, also known as TL, is Tommy's father. Through almost all of this, Tommy's unchanged and unfazed, though he seems genuinely sad about the loss of his friend Monty. The Season 2 debut of Landman was top-notch entertainment and delivered drama and more than a few laughs. Right now, this is looking like the best Taylor Sheridan show yet, and there's no indication Season 2 would be the end of Landman. With Taylor Sheridan staying with Paramount Plus until after 2029, a third season is possible. I'm not ready to take a guess yet whether or not this show ends this season. Among the few characters we don't see is Rebecca Falcone. The beautiful and highly skilled attorney is about the least likable character the show offers us. She's not funny like Ainsley or Angela. She's cold, calculating, and greedy, so much so that Monty hires her to take charge of land acquisition in the oil-rich patch outside of Midland. He was clearly getting his affairs together at the end of the last season and promoted Tommy to president of MTech's operations as he makes what he knows will be his final decisions. We end with Tommy getting the same news that Thomas got a little earlier. As Angela prepares to pounce, he tells her the very brief phone call where he spoke all of 2 words was a notification of the death of his mother, setting up a Texas-sized family reunion where I'm guessing all parties will collide at Dorothy's funeral and just about anything could happen. The episode, titled Death in the Sunset, is easily an A. Enjoyable and well-paced while mixing comedy, drama, and exposition seamlessly. We're off to an interesting start. Anyway, if you could, please hit those like and follow buttons for me, share this video around, and I'll be back with a review of the next episode in a week. I'll see you out there. I'm your buddy, Admiral Teague.